Well, you should cooperate. You know, even though you may disagree with what you shouldn't have been arrested or you're not doing anything wrong, you're not swerving on the road. Once the arrest is valid, you should cooperate. Sometimes people get very obstreperous, they get angry, they get upset, they start becoming abusive verbally. This is disastrous because that comes out in court. And if there's one thing that's going to turn off a judge against feeling sorry for you, it's bad behavior. I've seen this before. I had a case not that long ago where we had a good defense point. It was a good defense point. It was a point that had won in a previous court somewhere else. But my guy had driven down the street. He collided with the wing mirror of a car coming against him. My guy kept driving, didn't stop. The other guy drove around, turned around, went after him and flashed his lights. And my guy kept going and at a certain point got out of the car and became abusive and threatening to the poor guy behind him. And was verbally abusive and threatening, told him where to go. And the guy behind rang the guards and they arrested him. There was a good defense point in that case. A technical point, yes, but a point that had won previously for me. And it existed in that case. And I deployed it in the case, and the judge thought about it, went into his chambers, thought about it some more, came out and said, no. And even though you'd hope that it might win the day, the problem was that judge really couldn't feel as though he could allow your guy to get away with this offense, considering the way he behaved. His behavior was so bad that it would be maybe unjust to allow him to escape. So in that situation where judges have a kind of yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, and you're hoping sometimes they'll say yes. They'll say yes if they feel, sometimes say yes if they feel a certain amount of sympathy for your guy. But if your behavior is no, forget it. Forget it. They just cannot stomach that. And I get that. You know, maybe if I was a judge, I'd be the same. So I would say to people, just behave yourself. Be cooperative. At the very least, they can say inside in court, yes, judge, they were very cooperative and polite and compliant. That then generates a certain amount of sympathy for you. It won't make the difference, but it makes some difference. But bad behavior, no chance. Really, you don't have any chance. You as a judge could not let that person walk out the door. That would be unjust. Part of what you're doing is try and come to a just decision. Because you as a judge, you're responsible for all those people out there. You feel you're responsible. I'm responsible for their safety. I can't allow this to happen. I get that. It's entirely understandable.